All right, hello. Yeah, so okay, we're here. Yippee. Fuck yes. I've been fucking around with this stupid ass mic for I want to say about 20 minutes. Now, just for context, if you're wondering what took me so long to figure out the mic, I just want you to understand that I was using this cord for about 15 of those minutes, and I don't know if you can read that. Charge only. Now, is that an L on my part? Yes, but I think you guys should give me some grace. So, anyway, yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Fucking tired.
Want kids, right?
Sure.
And a woman who is not married to you, why does she have to stay with you if you're not married? If you're not, like, what?
She doesn't have to stay with them even if they are married. She can just leave at any time and break the fucking family apart. And the law fully backs this. So
What are you going to be giving to her outside of wedlock?
Wait, so our love and the continuity of our relationship is contingent upon marriage?
No, I'm not saying that.
She must not love me very much if it's contingent upon this.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, okay, so you want to have, like, give me a second. You want to have a married life just without the ring, without the sign, the papers. That's what you want.
Sure. What's the argument, though?
What are you fearful of?
Yeah, I have.
losing half my shit. I think that's fair. I think it's pretty fair to be afraid of losing half of all my shit. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a guy that isn't afraid of that.
So I have an argument.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. One at a time, though.
Because a woman
at a time. One at a time.
So
Go
many
ahead.
Christians at the table, Brian.
Wait, so because a woman can leave you just as easily as she can divorce you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you want? And the thing is, if she, actually, there's
Okay, that makes sense.
a whole bunch of ways that, because I was about to say that if she has a ring on her finger, she has you, she's loyal to you, she's locked down. But I guess married women do cheat. So there's a lot of things
This
that
is
can
true.
be said. Because for me,
This is absolutely true.
I live a very godly life. I follow God. I want God to be at the center of everything. So in my mind, I see marriage as a way of joining a man and a woman. Into
Just assume,
marriage.
for the sake of argument, that the person you're trying to convince
Is not
doesn't believe
doesn't
in
believe
your...
You have to take
God.
that. I have
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you're going to have to present...
It's funny because when I watched this, the I think she's Asian. I don't fucking know, dude. She sounds dumb. Just her mannerisms and the way she speaks. She doesn't sound smart. But she actually wasn't. She really wasn't. She wasn't like a fucking genius or anything. She wasn't like me. I'm just fucking kidding. But yeah, she. Yeah, I don't know. She gave off the chicks that come on here and they just kind of agree with everything so that they don't have to be combated against, logically. It's like that. It's kind of the vibe I got from her immediately, but I was proven wrong.
Present secular arguments on this one.
What were your
I have one.
arguments?
Yes, skip me.
I did
grant-
research
I'll
and I
grant-
could not figure one out.
Hold on.
I could not.
I have
hold
one,
on.
yeah.
I will grant that there are justifications for being married under a Christian worldview, Islam, Judaism. Maybe there's other religions out there that, whatever, it's part of the faith. But you haven't really presented, even for
Brian, stop chugging burrito juice, and no matter how much you try, we haven't forgot Andrew is still ready to take the SIMP and 304 to school. The fuck is burrito juice? Is that like Beetlejuice, but just Mexican? Is that Beetlejuice with maracas and a sombrero? Is that... I don't know what the fuck burrito juice is. Couldn't tell you.
for Christian men,
Yeah.
Secular one.
there needs to still be compelling reasons to do something.
Yeah, I'm every time I try.
Even under a Christian worldview, getting married through the right now is a stupid fucking idea, especially if it's through the state, right? Like, or here's the thing: getting married under a church is fine, but you're not going to get any of the legal benefits of being married if you're only married under a church. So the church will recognize it, but the state won't, which is bullshit, by the way, because marriage was a religious sanctimony in the first place. And by the way, anybody talking about how marriage existed far before religion did, yeah, bullshit. No, it fucking didn't. It's a religious concept, and more importantly, it's a Christian concept. But yeah, so even under a Christian worldview, it's not a good idea to get married right now, because if you're gonna get married through the state, it's like she can break up with you, take half your shit, and not only that, but she could financially ruin you. And not only that, on top of all that other horrible shit, right? Because already it's bad, right? But on top of that, dude, she could fucking take your kids too. It's like, it's just a lose-lose scenario. You're not winning it. You're not winning that scenario. Now, look, is it possible that you could find, like a 1 in a million woman who would never do that and won't ever do that? Sure. But at the same time, it's not likely, It's not likely at all. And why would you go off of anything other than probabilities? Makes no fucking sense. It's like this. If someone told you, like, you're about to go skydiving, and somebody told you, yeah, your parachute has like 50-50 chance of working, you'd be like, 50-50? Fuck that. No one's taking that deal. No one's doing that.
I try to think of something. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think of something I could think of, like a counter argument to it. So I'm not gonna lie. I've just always believed in marriage. I don't even know.
Because you're saying, well, one of the arguments you're about to make was, well, okay, wouldn't it solidify the relationship?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
The counter argument here is,
that's what I'm like thinking. Like counter argument.
The counter argument here is, there's actually, now that we're married, now that the state is potentially involved, there's actually incentive for her to end the relationship. Financial incentive.
Yep.
Financially.
Because if she ends I could just make the argument, she's more likely to stay with me because she has nothing to gain if she leaves me. But if she's married to me, she has a lot to gain by leaving me, which is potential alimony, splitting of community property. So
right, but if we're talking about to a Christian man, like even in the Bible, God.
I just want to point out that Nala's voice is honestly almost as bad as Kamala's. It's up there. Like, it's so up there. It's just like, ugh. It's like fucking nails on a chalkboard, dude. It's just like, kill me. Just actually, like, I want you to smash my eardrums and just vaporize them. I want you to actually obliterate my ears. I don't want to hear this. It's that bad. It's like, and by the way, I just want to make this, apparently clear. I never understood why people thought that Nala was attractive. Like, you can tell that she has a bunch of fucking lip filler. And not only that, but I was never into chicks that like bleached or dyed their hair. I don't know. I never found that to be like an attractive thing. I really don't get it. And actually, I think, honestly, if you want my view, I think I'm going to use nature as the metric. And generally speaking, in nature, when something's bright and colorful, it's signaling danger. It's saying, stay the fuck away from me. I think I might just apply that to dating, I think.
God says it's good for a man to find a wife. That's a good thing. But then also, it's good to stay married because that keeps you from sexual sin.
What do you mean?
That's... You guys know what I'm going to say. That is so fucking rich coming from Nala. It's oh, it's so rich. It's so rich. It's hilarious. It's actually hilarious to me. It's actually hilarious. Like, of all the people, like, dude, that's like you fuck up, you have a drunken stuber, and like you fuck a chick that you probably shouldn't have, and then Nala comes in, it's like, now, Mason, you really shouldn't have done that. It's like, go fuck yourself, Nala. You literally did what I did times 10 and at the same time. Stop. Just stop.
Can you not have a monogamous relationship outside of marriage?
You absolutely can.
But what's the difference? Once you get married, how's that going to keep
That's your commitment.
monogamous?
You are committing to that person. It's
It's like, holy shit, dude. Notice her mannerisms too. Like, she puts so much emphasis on committing. You're committing to. It's like, just say you're committing to the marriage. It's like I hate people who do this because they do it as like a rhetorical tool to make them sound more intelligent than they actually are. It's like, I never understood this. It's like, dude, just start speaking normally. Just say, yeah, it's a form of commitment. Don't say it's a form of commitment. You're committing. It's like, you don't need to sound out the syllables to me. I'm not 7.
It's not just a piece of paper.
Okay,
I
guess
commit to you.
Okay.
I will never cheat. Like, what's the difference?
I guess my question is, what are you afraid of besides losing
No,
monetary
I have an
value?
argument.
What are you afraid? Hold on. We gotta get the voice right. What are you afraid of, other than losing half your shit, Brian? That's such a pussy mentality, Brian. You're not willing to lose half your shit. Oh man, it's just like this shit blows my mind, right? Because it's like, I mean, it doesn't really blow my mind. It doesn't blow my mind at all that these fucking retards think this way. But it's just like I never understood this. I really didn't. Like, this was never something that, I particularly understood. It's just one of those things where I'm just like, it's like, why is it wrong to be fearful of divorce? Like no man is scared of marriage. Like, if it weren't for the fact that the other party is incentivized to break up the marriage, men would be fucking lining up for marriage. But now that there's money incentive to break it up, the men are saying, fuck that. And rightfully so.
Besides getting
I have a
wrecked-
secular argument.
I'll come to you. I'll answer his question. So, I mean, what am I scared of? So, I mean, first off, I think that there are significant.
It's so funny because, like, as somebody who has a brother who almost certainly has OCD, like, he'll even make sure that he doesn't step on cracks on the sidewalk. Like, it drives him fucking crazy if he doesn't. I could just, like, see the mannerisms. Brian is so OCD ridden, dude. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's like he'll be like, listen, bitch, you better fucking adjust that mic. I'm just fucking kidding. He doesn't do it like that. But yeah, it just, I don't know. This shit, it just makes me laugh. It just makes me laugh. Ooh, sorry that I'm fucking yawning. Keep in mind that I'm an old fucking man. I take old man naps all the fucking time. I've also been awake since yesterday. So, there's that.
Financial ramifications in the event of a divorce. Mm-hmm. So I'm a high earner, and if I were to marry a woman, I would lose a fuck ton of money. Mm-hmm. And then also, in addition to that, there's the legal expenses. So you have to pay for an attorney. If you significantly out-earn your partner, you might have to pay for her attorney. Then you're paying 2 attorneys. Attorneys are very expensive. Divorce tends to be very pricey. So there's that.
That's what they don't talk about, dude. That's what they don't talk about, is like half of what gets you fucked in court is that it's not just like you're giving half your assets to the other person, regardless of the reason. It's that you're having to spend a shit ton of money. And by the way, that's if you lose. But you're going to end up giving your half your shit. That's just the assumption you need to go in with. But what blows my mind is that not only are you having to spend money at least one attorney, or potentially 2, but then you're getting half your shit taken. It's like, stop. It's like, stop. Like, dude, I've not made of money. Like, look, is it my fault for getting married? Probably should have known better, right? But at the same time, it's like, oh, fuck, dude. I'm going to be fucking poor. I'm going to be Squidward in the cardboard box. Fucking spare change, ma'am. It's like, men get fucked so hard. They get fucked so hard through the court system, dude. It's insane.
There's that component there too. Also, I don't see, like, let's remove what I'm scared of. I mean, I've kind of already articulated. There's the financial ramifications. I just don't see like a compelling reason to get married. Like, what do I get from a marriage that I don't get from a long-term monogamous girlfriend?
The only thing I can think of, and like I'm not like super pro marriage.
Is she wearing... Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second. She's wearing some sort of like white face paint or some shit to where she looks like she's like a ripoff member of Kiss. Fucking, I was made for love. It's just fucking stupid. It's just like... I don't know where Brian finds these women, but like, I gotta say, every time I see these women, it's like, where are your fathers? Like, who let you do this? It's like, it's just fucking wild to me.
Or anything. Like, I'm not like telling you should get married to whoever you decide to be with, but like, oh shit, what was I gonna say? I literally just
It's okay.
brain farted.
Think about it. What do you have?
Okay, this is the only compelling argument I can think of, and this in
You can't tell me she doesn't kind of give Ocasio-Cortez vibes. Like, am I the only one that's seeing that? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm insane. Who knows?
in only this scenario and situation only. This girl that you met,
Yeah.
she's BLMing.
Oh my god.
She's borderline dwarf. She's either Asian or well, I'm gonna say she's Asian.
She's an Asian dwarf with.
What? Wait, I'm so confused. Wait, she's an eight. What is? Hold on. Not Black Lives Matter. What the fuck is BLM? Borderline midget? Is that what that means? Is that what that means? Oh no. Oh no. That's horrible. Actually, okay. That's incredible. But borderline midget. Oh, that's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome.
With large labia. Okay.
Wow. So his perfect
She
woman.
bows for you.
Yep.
She has zero
Wait, did Brian just say labia? Hold on. No. Hold on.
barf. She's either Asian or well, I'm gonna say she's Asian.
She's an Asian dwarf with large labia. Okay.
Wow. So his
He did say labia. What is with Brian and large labias? Like, okay, now to be fair, I don't actually remember what part of the vag that is, but I'm like,
She
what?
bows.
I'm like, what? Large labia? That's such an oddly specific preference. You know what I mean? It's like such an oddly specific preference. I don't get it.
For you.
Yep.
She has zero body count,
Okay.
but she's from Korea.
That was a
But
thinking
wait,
green
why
card.
but from Korea?
You're gonna have to bring her over, and the only way you can do that is to sponsor her. You can't sponsor her unless you marry her, and you're not gonna give up the perfect woman.
Sponsor her.
Yes.
so like she's a foreign. She's a foreign.
Dude, I fucking hate it when they do this shit. It's like one person. Please, one person at a time. I'm begging you. It's one request. Stop fucking spurging in the mics.
Foreign national.
That. You're so
Hey, she can stay here for a couple months. I send her back. She comes. She goes. It's good.
No, you
You're
can't
not
do
married.
that
So-
on a
This is
visa.
the thing.
So
It's
it
a
comes
spousal
down-
visa.
Your monetary value means more to you than love.
Oh God, it's like, dude, it's like, oh, just, it's like, what a fucking cringy thing to say. It's like, no, the money is not more important than the love. However, I'm not going to risk losing all my shit off of potential best love of my life. It's like, no, that's just stupid. It's like, what this is it's a Protestant shame tactic. It's like, you value monetary value over love, Brian. Don't you think that's wrong, Brian? It's like, well, maybe if women weren't doing the same shit, I wouldn't have to secure my assets. Just a thought.
Huh?
Your monetary value means more to
What?
you than love.
So that's an interesting argument, but I could just flip this back on her and say this arbitrary, this
This fictitious woman that never existed. In this fictitious apocalypse, I'm fucking kidding. We'll get to that video because that video is fucking hilarious. Like, if you guys you guys know what I'm talking about, the fucking fictitious apocalypse boys club war band. We'll talk about that in a second, or not in a second. We'll talk about the next video, but
this arbitrary
agreement.
Because if you're that worried about it, why wouldn't you just sign a prenup and get married?
Facts.
Prenups routinely get thrown out the window, and not only that, but many women will simply refuse to even marry somebody who requires a prenup, and most importantly, it's complete bullshit that I would need a bitch to sign a prenup in the first place. It should just be the case that she's not owed any of my shit. I don't fucking owe her anything. She's a strong, independent woman. But they'll never say that.
Why don't you be prudent in the fact?
Hashtag big labia matter. I don't understand what the focus on labias is. I don't understand this.
That you find a wife that doesn't even believe in
I can
divorce.
only do one thing at a time. So, okay, when it comes to the prenups,
Math ain't math.
Prenups frequently get thrown out. They frequently get challenged in court. That adds another layer of legal complexity. Also, prenups, my understanding of them, I'm not an attorney, they can only deal with assets pre-marriage, but once you're married, my understanding is a prenup can't make any determinations as to what is accrued during the course of the marriage. So that
I can't confirm or deny this either, but that sounds about right. Which makes the whole prenuptial agreement irrelevant in the first place. It's like, no, because let's presume that we're married for presumably 5-10 years. It's like, well, that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
That comes down to community property. So basically,
and by the way, it's one thing if she raised my kids, but if I was married to her for 5 years and we never even had kids, fuck you. You're not getting my money. Fuck you. You're not getting my money. Suck a dick.
if I'm making, say, $1 million a year and we're together for 10 years, she's getting half of that.
Swiss banks.
No, I mean, that's a workaround. Courts can, they can pierce the veil and still get your money.
That's a good band.
Isn't
Oh,
CBT
God.
Nuggets Help Desk. How can I help?
Fucking
Hello?
ads, dude.
Isn't this violating the entire principle that we're talking about anyway, right? So the principle that we're talking about is what good is it for a secular person to get married? And if the idea there is, well, it's fine to get married because you're bonded, but you got to hide all your money in different banks and then sign a prenup and this and that. If you can accommodate all of the same exact commitments without the actual marriage, then what's the point of the marriage for a secular person?
Well, for them, dude, your partner can go and get married to somebody else whenever she wanted.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, yeah.
So you're no longer committed.
Yeah, once again, it's just who gives a shit? They're not committed in the marriage either. There's no commitment for a secular marriage. There's none. It's not there. It doesn't fucking exist. It's not there. It's like, holy shit, dude.
You're not in anything that's actually commitment. You're just
What do you
boyfriend
mean?
and girlfriend. There's no commitment.
She could leave you at any time.
Anytime. You could leave.
Divorce.
And you could leave her at any time.
She could also cheat during marriage.
That's also the person you're picking. You're picking someone
For
who's
life.
more of a simp rather than someone who actually will go through the.
Oh my god. I know. This. Dude. The amount of irony in this fucking clip, just in this 30-second-ish clip alone is incredible. You, of all people, are calling someone else a simp? No. You don't get to do that. No. It's just it actually blows my mind.
The hard things with you, not just because she's a simp, but because she's a woman.
Okay, well, mine was good though.
Yours was good.
Wait, so okay, we'll come back to that.
I don't
It was
understand
great.
this argument.
I loved it.
I'll
It was
I'll
fantastic.
give you my response. But so when it comes to like the love thing, right? Can that I can just reverse the argument onto her. If you loved me, there would be no need to get married. So that same argument can be equally applied to, you know.
You're still fearful of something.
Yeah, I don't want to get divorce great.
You know, like
Yeah, but it's
85%
greater
of
than
things that
it's
you
greater
hear
than
never
monetary
happen.
value.
No, but I can still have a relationship with a woman absent marriage.
Yeah, notice how it's just shaming tactics. They literally have no logical arguments for why he ought to do this, so they're just shaming him. And by the way, these are the same fucking guys, the same types of people that say shame is bad. It's like, holy fucking shit, dude. You can't even lie here. Like there's like, by the way, I just want to make this very clear. I'm not against marriage. I think marriage is necessary for society to function, but only when it's religious marriage that's being respected, and more importantly, when the church has the adjudicating power over the marriage.
Mm-hmm. But there's no full commitment in that.
There's nothing.
That's like,
there's
all
full-
right,
there's
this is
full
my
commitment.
girlfriend.
I don't understand
What-
why is there not, like, from a secular marriage standpoint, what's the commitment anyway?
For marriage,
For a secular marriage.
I mean, for all marriages till death do us part.
Yeah, but
Hail
secular
and well
marriage-
met. Lol Paladins donated $200.02.
They are
Maybe
married.
you should marry her so that she stops.
That's what a real Christian would do. What? Oh.
Sucking D on camera, Brian. That's what a real Christian man would do.
Who?
What?
What?
Huh?
You! They're talking about you! Just fucking right over their heads. Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, that was funny.
Lol Paladins.
You
thank
paid
you for
way
the
too much
TTS.
money for
Here,
that.
Wait, or Andrew, sorry, Andrew, you had
Buy a
something.
hoodie, you get entered to win a race car.
Yeah, I'm just asking from a secular perspective. So this is non-religious. They don't have to take the same vows to death do your part. Why do they need to do that? They don't have any type of religious commitment going on here whatsoever. The thing that makes the bond of religious marriage important is because you're doing it under God, so you're making a vow in a sacrament, right? It's a sacramental marriage. But if you're a secularist, you're not doing any of that.
So you don't make
can just
vows in a
declare-
secular.
Yeah, you still make vows.
You
like
still
at the
make
altar.
vows in a
You don't have
secular
to make any of
relationship.
those vows. Why would you need to?
I've never seen a marriage where you don't make vows.
Yeah, argument and silence. Well, I've never seen the contrary, so it must be true. It's like, no. Like, you literally could make up any fucking vows you want. The vow could literally be, every week we're going to eat raw beaver. I'm not kidding you. And you that would be the vow. Now, whether or not you'd fucking enforce the vow is another thing, right? But that was just you could literally put any, the point is you could have any ludicrous, absurd fucking vow put there. It doesn't matter. Or you could have none. You could literally have no vows. You could literally have no vows at all. So, oh, for God's sake. All right, hold on. Yeah. I'll have to make sure I charge my Chromebook later. We'll go probably about to another 15 minutes, and then this will be the first part of this segment.
That doesn't mean that you can't have a marriage where you don't.
It just means
What?
that they're not religious.
What?
Here, wait,
How could you have a
think it's
marriage
more
and don't have vows?
By not making any fucking vows before you get married, retard. It's like, holy shit, these people don't understand what marriage is now. It's like, it's not a religious sanctimony anymore. There's no religious pressure to make vows. You could literally say that we're going to fucking pray to Allah. You could say anything. You could say fucking anything. It doesn't matter. They're meaningless vows.
Vows don't
Why
really
would it be
tie
a
into religion.
requirement for secularists to get married and say till death do us part? I don't get that. Why is that necessary for a secularist meaning non-religious, a non-religious person getting married? Why do they need to make such vows?
What?
Like, who has those?
How many times does he have to explain this? There's no simpler way to explain this. By the way, this is like the shit that pisses me off the most is I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, dude, this guy has explained this three, four, 5 times. I don't fucking know. It's been enough to where I've lost count. It's like, look. I'm not advocating for violence. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe don't burn the roast. No, I'm fucking playing.
The authority to hold those people to those vows. Like when you're getting married,
if you get married,
Christian,
you make vows,
right? You're dealing with somebody who has the authority to bind you as husband and wife, right? You're dealing with a preacher. You're dealing with whoever you have to bind that marriage. But for a secularist, that's just some random guy who went on the internet and got a certificate and says, okay, now I have the authority through the state to bind you as a person and a person.
Sure, are you still not making vows? I promise to take care of you in sickness and in health. That's a vow.
I would say
the Christian vows are the exact same as a secular vow.
Look, is it common that secular marriages take on the vows of a Christian marriage? Sure. But they're not required. They're not mandated. They're not. They're literally not mandated. It's like fucking... It's actually exhausting to just see this go around in circles and circles and circles over and over again. Because it's like, holy fuck, dude. How many times does he have to explain this?
No, they're not.
No. Yes, they are.
Well,
how is a secular vow binding?
Swear to God, dude. These fucking ads.
Through paper? And Word?
So you can tailor the paper how you want, right?
You absolutely can, but the
I need to get premium.
Vow is the exact same as a Christian vow. Like, I promise to take care of you in sickness and in health. Is that not?
Yeah, but they're not enforced, dummy. They're not enforced, dummy. It's like, Jesus. Fucking coom brain, dude. I swear to God, coomer brain.
Wait, the secular vow is more binding?
You can have a courthouse wedding with 0 vows whatsoever. It's not a requirement for a secular marriage that you vow anything.
I'm sure I know you can write your own whatever, but most of the time, have you ever been to a secular wedding where they're not like, I promise to take care of you in sickness and health?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say the same shit.
That's what I'm saying. They say the exact same stuff as a Christian wedding would.
No.
But you're saying there is no vow.
It depends. The point here, though, is that they don't need to. There's nothing binding about it. There's a state contract. So if
it's also a verbal contract.
Hang on.
Verbal contracts aren't binding, fucking idiot. Verbal contract? What do you mean verbal contract? That's like saying, hey, he needs to be arrested. He broke his promise. I'm like, did he sign a contract? It was a verbal contract. It's like, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. It just blows my mind. It actually astounds me.
Hang on.
Wait.
If secularists decided to get married absent the state, two people got together and they're like, we're just now married because we've decided we are, and they're secularists, why is that not binding? That's as binding as a state marriage, which is as easy to break as a cell phone contract.
Yes.
Yep.
In Texas, common law marriage, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do is say, I am married to you. You are married to me. You have to address that person as your husband, introduce him as your husband. There's no like ceremony. There's nothing. It's literally just like,
so
you're my husband now.
Let's say there is no vow. You're still putting all of everything on the line. That's a vow in itself.
Sure.
What?
A vow to do what? A vow? What are you vowing here? That's collateral, I guess. Like there's something to lose, but that's not a vow. That's not a vow. Like categorically, that's just not a vow.
What?
Yeah.
But that's the point. What? Is like, why would he have to put everything on? Why would he have to?
Yeah, that's not a vow. How is it a vow?
Do that? Why would he want to subject himself?
Because you're risking everything you have for that person.
That's not what a vow is. A vow is just I promise to do X. That's all a vow is. What are you promising to do by losing half your shit? and risking half your shit? It's like, nothing? Nothing? That's what I thought.
That's the same thing with the vow, through sickness and health. If she got sick, I could just leave her, but I'm not going to do that.
Then how are you risking everything if you can exit the contract?
Because you still lose half of everything.
No. There's an incentive, a monetary incentive for women, right? Mm-hmm. They generally gain in a divorce, not men, which gives them incentive to break this contract. They're not losing half of shit.
That's why a man needs to be prudent in his search for a wife. Like prudent.
Or a man.
Oh, really? Really? Was your husband prudent when he chose you? I think not, ma'am.
A secularist, how could you convince a secularist man, instead of being prudent, to just say, well, I'm not going to get married by the state? That's the ultimate prudence.
Well, I guess in someone like Brian's mind, there's literally no point to even try to convince him because he doesn't even care or doesn't believe in the same values.
Married at all, right? What would be the point of a secularist getting married, a non-religious person? What would actually be the point and principle here for them?
So I want to see your viewpoint as another Christian. What would you say?
To what?
This whole situation.
Your question?
Well, which question are you asking?
Could you
about?
convince? Do you have an argument to convince Brian from a secular standpoint?
Me and Andrew have tangled on this so many times, and I destroy him. I'm kidding.
You cannot make a compelling argument to a non-religious person in modernity who's a man to get married. You can't make a good argument for it. They take all the risk for no particularly good reason from their worldview.
Did you hear Vi's
argument? They have nothing binding. There's nothing binding. The only reason that they would do it is essentially to simp for a woman. I don't know why else they would do it. Like, imagine, if you will, that you didn't believe in God, you're not a Christian, right? You think that all of that is nonsense. You're a secularist. You give me, real quick, sir, a compelling reason. You tell your friend a compelling reason why he should get married as two secularists, two non.
Spoiler alert, there's going to be none.
Non-religious people. What would be the reasoning you would give him?
To sponsor
K1 visa.
Perfect. Hang on. Let him answer.
Sponsor my big labia midget Asian.
Wait, hold on. If I can just add really quick, I guess, I'm even of the opinion that even Christian men should take pause when it comes to marriage.
That's unbiblical. Except for...
No, it's not, you fucking idiot. There's no good reason to get married, even as a Christian, through the state. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
The fact that you need to be prudent in your search for a biblical wife, yes.
No, but...
He said take pause.
Take pause insofar as a Christian man, I don't actually have any religious or theological objections to marriage. But here's, I think, one of the issues is that what a lot of people fail to realize, whether you're conservative, traditional, Christian, whatever, the state presides over your marriage, not the biblical values.
That is true.
So when
Exactly. Church has no fucking power, dude. The church has no fucking power at all. None. Fucking none. None at all. Literally not a single bit.
So when the woman's unhappy, she's going to go to the state, not God. Mm-hmm. And then even if your wife...
She should be going to God.
On, yeah, but...
Yeah, well, should and is are two different things. The truth is that these bitches don't care. They will fucking rail you through the court system. They will wring you dry. They will. And they won't even feel bad about it.
But even if your wife is not inclined to screw you over in the divorce, maybe she's a good person, whatever, is the divorce attorney?
But that's why there's other things, like you need to know that the wife you're going to marry is going to seek help in friends first, biblical friends, and then counseling. Like you are willing to do counseling with your partner before you ever talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, you want somebody
tough. What do you do about the fact that you
somebody
have thousands upon thousands of self-identified Christians, non-denominational, and others, not just non-denominational, but many self-identified Christians who, when they go through the divorce process, maybe 5-10 years down the road after marriage, right, the woman does default to lawyer and the state. People do change over time. It's almost impossible to determine what a person is going to do. Even if you think you really know them, they change very quickly. And if they're in that predicament, you don't exactly know what's going to happen. So the idea that you can say to a secularist, especially a non-religious person like Brian, like, really, think about this. Give Brian, let's pretend, no, you have no religion whatsoever. You never found Jesus Christ, you never found any of this. Look at Brian, give him your most compelling reason why him as a man should get married, absent any of those justifications. Try. It actually...
Spoiler alert, guys. She's gonna fucking fall flat on her face.
Quite difficult. I actually want to see it.
In here, actually, what we'll do... Oh, is that the part where he cusses? By the way, I just want to point out, okay, this guy right here literally threatens to shoot or to unalive someone. I'm pretty sure in this live stream. Literally seconds after he tells Andrew to watch his language. Can't make it up. I'm going to end it here. I'm tired as fuck. I need my old man nap. I might record a little later. Look forward to the debate. Maybe debate. Who knows? But the interview with Andrew Wilson. I don't know exactly when I'll have him on. Keep in mind that I'm not the only person who has reached out to him for content like this. So it's completely understandable that I would have to do this. But yeah. Say pretty successful. Device is low in disk space. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Glad to have y'all here.